Next speaker, Michaels Howard. Michaels is chairman and founder of the Refounders, Inc., a nonpartisan educational and charitable organization dedicated to the restoration and preservation of the Republic of the United States of America as envisioned by our founders, set forth by our Declaration of Independence and created by our Constitution. Michaels is 45 years old, happily married to his wife Carissa for 21 years. He has 3 children and 1 grandchild. Please welcome up Michaels Howard. How's everybody doing? How many of you attended a rally for the first time on April 15th of last year? Happy anniversary. I'm not an entertainer, although my wife thinks that I'm somewhat entertaining occasionally. And I'm not real good at this, so I'm going to ask for some audience participation as I go through here. I'm going to need a show of hands. How many of you have yelled at your radio? Okay. How many of you yelled at your television?
I do, all the time.
How many attended town halls last fall and yelled at your legislators?
Yeah.
Have you called, written, emailed? Okay. How many went to D.C.? Guess what? All you did was change location. You need to stop yelling. You need to get busy. You need to take action. All right? Do you seriously think they're listening? Do you think they really care?
No.
No. It's time to begin the process of taking back our nation. It's time for constitutional conservatives to get busy. It's time for you to get involved. There are many good patriot organizations like We the People. They need your help. They need your ideas, your assistance with research, education, outreach. They need your financial support. They need volunteers to help with events such as this. They need actively engaged citizens who will walk the walk and not just talk the talk. There's really only a few people in each of these organizations that are doing most of the work and making most of the sacrifices. What's your liberty worth to you? What are you sacrificing? Time in an afternoon, an evening, on a beautiful, beautiful day? If you're not actively involved in an organization, find one that best fits your interests. Ask how you can help. Our time is up. Our nation and our children's future is being stolen piece by piece. What are we waiting for? How many of you are tired of voting for the lesser of 2 evils? Oh. How many of you have ever said, I didn't leave my party left me? Okay, I'm going to tell you something that might sound a little bit crazy, but it's true. The most powerful political office in the world is not the presidency of the United States. Okay? The most powerful political office in the world is not the presidency of the United States. It's actually the precinct committeeman. Does anybody know what a precinct committeeman is?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
It's amazing. Do you know who elected the party leaders? Did you elect them? Do you know who did? The precinct committeeman. There's approximately 3,100 counties in the United States, and each one has a county party organization. And those county organizations almost always, not always, not all of them, but most of them endorse candidates during the primary. And those endorsed candidates usually win the nomination and go on to run in the general election for their party. The precinct committeeman is an elected office, but it's a political office, not a public office. Now, as a precinct committeeman, you actually represent the voters in your precinct for your party. That's your job. Your job is to inform them of the issues of the candidates when it's during election time, to poll them, to canvass and ask them, how do you feel? What do you think? And then you take that information back to the people who've been elected. Let me ask you a question. One person standing in front of the county council, just an average Joe, myself, or you, objecting to a new tax. You're one guy. You may be the only guy there. But if you're a precinct committeeman, you represent up to 1,200 voters for your party. Now when you object, how many people are you representing? Do you think that makes a difference?